When you're finished roasting your turkey and you've separated the breasts, legs, thighs, and the wings, don't throw away the carcass of the turkey. Use it to make stock for a turkey soup. It's really easy to do, and it doesn't take an incredibly long amount of time. So I have a large stock pot here, and the whole carcass fits right into this pot. If you have a smaller pot, you could just cut up the turkey bones so it fits in a smaller pot. I'm going to take 2 heads of garlic, and I'm just going to split this down the middle and add that with our turkey carcass in the stock pot. You don't have to worry about peeling the garlic for this. Take 2 white onions, split that down the middle. We'll just peel the skin off that. Sometimes there's dirt on the skin. We don't want that in our stock. Take the root ends off. I'll just split this down the middle. You don't have to finely chop the onion. Actually, I'll quarter them. Doesn't have to be too big or too small. Have some stalks of celery. I'll just split that down the middle. I washed this as well. Make sure all your vegetables are washed. And this is just a mirepoix. Carrots, celery, and onion. I'll peel the carrots here. Take the ends off the carrots. We'll just slice these roughly 1/2 inch thick. Again, don't go crazy with the size here, as long as it fits in your stock pot. Don't forget the turkey neck we saved when we roasted the turkey. Add that right in. Give more flavor for this stock. And our vegetables. I also have a couple of tablespoons of mixed peppercorns. Some fresh thyme as well. You could use any herbs you like. Bay leaf, rosemary, oregano, parsley. This looks good for my turkey stock. Now we'll just cover this with water. We want at least 2 inches of water above all of the contents of our stock pot. And we'll just put this over high heat, bring it to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we want to reduce this down to a simmer and let this go for 3 to 4 hours. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do to get a nice, easy homemade stock. And it's the same process for chicken bones, and this is going to give you a nice yield of stock. It's going to give you at least 6 quarts compared to what you get in the supermarkets for, I think it's a quart container for the stock, and it's much more money. So this will keep in the fridge for at least 4 days. You could freeze this for 2 to 3 months and use it for various items like risottos or other soups or anything for cooking. And this is after 4 hours. Everything's broken down. All that flavor from the bones of the turkey are right in this stock. And I'm just going to skim off some of the fat here. You could take a spoon or a ladle. Anything that doesn't look good, that goes to the top. Any extra fat, just dip a spoon or a ladle in and just discard that to a bowl. So I'm just going to strain this to a fine mesh strainer right into a food grade container. I took out all the carcass pieces, the vegetables with a wooden spoon or a spider. Take this out. Give our fine mesh strainer a tap to get all the stock out of there. You can see how much this yields. This is 6 quarts from that one turkey carcass. So I'm going to take 2 quarts of this and I'm going to freeze this for later use. It's always great to have stock on hand. And the rest of this I'm going to use to make my turkey soup right now. I'll get the vegetables ready for the soup. I'm going to take some carrots here that I peeled. Just halve them down the middle. And just give them a slice, all roughly the same size. Like so. That's a good size right there. And we're going to cook all the vegetables in the turkey stock. We don't want to cook them in water because we want to give them some nice flavor. Cook them in the stock. So I'll just add these to a bowl. Take my celery here. Same thing, down the middle. As long as the pieces are roughly the same size. You don't have to go too crazy here. And I have some potatoes as well. Split that down the middle. Then we'll cut that into strips, roughly the same size. And we'll just take that and cut them into little 1/2-inch cubes. That looks like a good size. So I have the stock here. I'm just going to cook the vegetables in that. I'm also going to add some frozen peas to this and just cook those off, and we'll be ready to plate this soup and we're ready to enjoy. So we get a bowl here. We'll add some of our blanched carrots. Some potatoes in there. And then I have some turkey meat left over from the turkey. This is some of the thigh meat and a little bit of the breast meat. Just cube this up and add that extra turkey meat in there. Some peas with our celery. And I like to add some pastina. You could add any pasta you like. Take spaghetti and cut it in half. Egg noodles works well. I like the pastina. And then we'll just ladle in our turkey stock. That looks really good. Right over the top. A little more in. And make sure you season the stock before we do this. I added some salt to it to adjust the seasoning, but only for what you're going to use and consume right now. Some fresh cracked pepper on top. And then this is up for debate, but I like grated pecorino romano over my turkey soup. Good amount of pecorino romano. And that's it. That is the turkey soup. Don't throw away that leftover turkey carcass. It's so easy to make this turkey soup. Just make the stock, store it in your fridge or freezer. This way you always have it and it's ready to go. So thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.